Hey, this is Ann. I'm going to cook some rice today. And there are, that I know of, two good ways of cooking rice on a stove top. So let's do both of them today. The first one is the first method that I learned. It's what my mother always used to cook rice. So what we do here, we have a 3-quart saucepan, and this is really the best size that I found for cooking rice, and it's what most manufacturers call for. So we're going to use 1 cup of rice. This is white rice. I'm using this is a store brand enriched long grain white rice, if you can see that. And to that 1 cup of long grain white rice, I'm going to add 2 cups of water. Now you can either salt at this phase of the process, or you can leave it unsalted and salt at a later time before you serve it. So I'm going to leave the salt out. Now you stir it and then put your burner on high and let the water with the rice in it come to a full rolling boil. This is called the covered method, and while it's coming to a boil, you might stir it a time or two. But also while it's coming to a boil, don't let it sit and boil. Once it comes to a full rolling boil, then go ahead and go to the next step. If you let it boil for any length of time, you're going to have a lot of evaporation of the water, and it won't leave enough water in to cook right. So it's just now coming to a full rolling boil, if you can see into the pot. So I'm going to stir it well. And put the lid on. And then I'm going to turn the fire down just about as low as I can get it on this is a gas stove, but on an electric stove you'd put it on the low setting. And set your timer, and it'll cook for 20 minutes. That's the magic number for cooking white rice, is 20 minutes. So we'll see how it looks in 20 minutes. One of the tricks of cooking perfect rice using the covered method is don't touch the lid. Don't take the lid off to stir or anything during the 20 minutes. Our alarm has just gone off, so let's turn the burner off and let's see what we have. And it appears to be perfect rice, fluffy rice. So what I'm going to do is put it into a bowl and fluff it up with a fork. Now this pot of rice didn't turn out quite as dry as I would like. So the next time I make rice, I will adjust the heat just a little bit higher so that it cooks just a little bit faster. But after you've cooked a couple of pots, you'll have the setting just right. So it looks pretty good. And it's just right to put gravy on, or chicken and dumplings. Or you could just put butter on it and it'd be perfect. Alright, so that first pot of rice was cooked by using the covered method. And this pot I'm going to cook using the uncovered method. So what I'm going to do is I've washed my pot and I've put about 3/4 of a pot full of water. I don't think I got quite enough. And this is my 3-quart saucepan. So you'll need approximately 6 or 7 cups of water. Now this will cook a cup or a cup and a half of rice. If you want to cook 2 cups of rice, then you better put just a little bit, another cup or so of water in it. But I'm going to turn the burner on high and let the water come to a full rolling boil. The water in my saucepan has now come to a full rolling boil, so I'm going to add 1 cup of white rice. And again, I'm going to leave it unsalted. If I put it in a casserole, I'll want it unsalted, and some people just don't use much salt, so I'll let them salt at the table. So stir it very well and let it come back to a boil. And when it comes back to a full rolling boil, reduce the heat just a little bit. The water and rice has come back to a boil, so I'm going to reduce the heat just a little bit so that it's boiling, but it's not at a full rolling boil. It's boiling more gently. Down on about medium heat probably. And then I'm going to set my timer again for 20 minutes. That's the magic number with white rice. You cook it for 20 minutes. So we'll see what it looks like in 20 minutes. While the rice is cooking during the uncovered method, stir it occasionally, just to loosen it from the bottom so that nothing sticks. The alarm has just gone off that signaled the end of the 20-minute cooking time. So I'm turning off the burner and putting a colander. You can use a colander or a mesh strainer, whatever you happen to have. I put my colander into the sink, and I'm going to take the pot with the boiled rice in it and pour it into the colander. And then I'm going to turn on some hot tap water and just kind of rinse out the pot. And then I'm going to just kind of rinse the rice for a little bit with the hot tap water. And then I'm just going to put the colander on top of the pot and set this either back on the stove or somewhere on the countertop and let it drain good. So the rice cooked by the uncovered method has been draining here for about 20 or 25 minutes in the colander, and I'm fluffing it with a fork, and it's pretty much perfectly cooked. So I'll put it in a bowl and I can serve it right away. Here I have the 2 batches of rice side by side in bowls. This bowl that I'm stirring right now was cooked using the covered method, and this bowl is the uncovered method, and you really can't tell any difference in the 2 batches of rice. They're just virtually the same. So either method is good, whichever you happen to prefer. I used the covered method for many years, and I don't remember just how I found out about the uncovered method. Somebody showed me, I guess. I'm always getting tips from other people, especially in the kitchen, about how to cook things. And I always like to learn something from every good cook that I come in contact with. So I saw or learned the uncovered method, and I mostly use that method most of the time. So there's just practically no difference in the two. So I hope this video is useful to you.